What's up everybody, I'm Jesse Showalter, and this is part one in the answering of the most common questions about designers on the internet. Let's do some Google searches and have some fun and see the types of questions that people ask about me and you. The easiest way to do this, I think, is just to ask the most common who, what, where, why, when kind of questions about designers. So let's go, let's start with how. How do designers charge? That's interesting. Okay, obviously, like if you work for somebody and they're paying you salary, that's that kind of thing. But if you're working freelance or you're working on a project yourself, there's a couple different ways you can charge. You could charge hourly, which is okay. You're basically saying, here's my hourly rate, and if you want to book time with me, you can. You can charge per the project, which is me kind of like giving you an overview of kind of what I think the project's gonna take. That kind of boils back down to an hourly kind of like charging structure. But some really smart people have encouraged me to charge on a value-based system, which is not just saying, hey, here's what the project costs, but also on top of that, here's the value that I bring to the project. That's a really like loaded question and loaded answer of how you get value-based pricing down. There's a lot of videos out there, but those are kind of some of the ways that people charge. Okay, cool. How do designers get paid? That's a really good question. Well, first off, designers should always be getting paid a deposit before they do any work. So I never start any kind of work without getting at least a 50% deposit up front. That lets me know that the client is serious, that I'm not gonna get ripped off, and that kind of thing. So first off, you should get paid deposit up front. And then you should get paid, some people get paid in full once the project's done. Some people have milestones. But how do you get paid? You can get paid through online invoice, check, like bank transfer, cash. Cash is good. I like cash. That's how you get paid. How do designers make money? I feel like that one applies. A lot of money questions here. Designers make money in a couple different ways, actually. Number one, by doing work for projects and clients. You are providing a service. It's a service-based kind of like industry that we're in. So you're offering a service and you are receiving payment for those services. Another way for designers to make money is by having some sort of other revenue stream, like maybe you like to make t-shirts or posters and prints. You can sell those online. You can sell all sorts of stuff online. So online kind of like personal sales stuff. You can also create courses and share your expertise. That's another way that designers can make money as well. All right, cool. Those are some interesting how questions. Let's move on to the who. Who do designers, okay, I'm seeing a lot of work for, like work for. Okay, who do designers work for? There's a lot of different positions or needs for designers in this world. Everything you see around you has most likely been designed by somebody, whether it's a website or it is, you know, this computer or this camera that I'm using. Everything's designed somehow. So, you know, designers are much needed. Usually there's a couple main categories that designers break into. You're working in-house somewhere, which means you're working for a tour company or a product company of some kind, and you are doing design for them, whether that's print design or web design, but you're working for one company consistently. Startups are really popular. I work for a startup right now, which is super awesome. Great culture there, and it can be something you really believe in as well. You can work freelance. You can work for a creative agency or marketing agencies. There's lots of different places or positions that you can work in this one industry of design. So yeah, that's who designers work for. They work for people who need design. I like this one. Who do UX designers report to? But I think more like, who do designers report to? Well, a lot of times designers have superiors, whether that's a creative director or an art director. Sometimes the client is the person that they are reporting to. You have to satisfy the needs of the client. So that's who designers report to. Let's try to do this. Who are graphic designers? That's like a philosophical question. I like that. Graphic designers or designers in general are people who love to use their creativity to build a career that they can sustain themselves on, right? They love problem solving. They love visual things. They love making things work. I think that's who designers are. I don't think there's any one type of designer. There's lots of types of designers. But for the most part, you're somebody who wants to solve problems through a visual means. That's kind of who designers are. Who are the top designers? Well, there's a lot of fantastic designers. I can't name any off the top of my head, but anybody who's on the high rankings of Dribbble or Behance, I think, since those are like designer social networks, they have a lot of respect from their peers. So those are probably a good place to go. I could name some people, but they'd be people like Dieter Rams and like Johnny Ives and stuff like that, who are like awesome, hip, current designers. I don't know. Let's look for some online. Let's go to Dribbble. Dribbble. Okay, let's also look on Behance. We are looking for the most viewed things on Dribbble right now. Here's a person. Here's a person. And let's look over at this person. Okay, who do we got here? This is a creative agency called Cuberto, and they're killing it. That's a nice design right there. This is by Aslan A. That's a nice little piece of motion graphics. I like that. Oh, that's so slick. This is by Tubic. They're a design studio, I believe. Really killing it. Okay, super nice. Not this guy. Nope. Look at all this beautiful design. Let's do this. Who's this? Yeah, this is by Paul Sola. Gorgeous graphic design work. Really, really liking it. So see how easy it is to find awesome designers? Okay, cool. Let's do the what's. Okay, what do designers make? Oh, that's a great question. Designers make all sorts of things. You can be a digital designer like me, so I make websites, applications, design interfaces and experiences for people. You can be a print designer, so you can design magazines and greeting cards, and those are the designers that are really into paper types and all that kind of stuff. So you can design physical paper products. You can design other types of products, like for instance, if you are maybe like a physical product designer, you design the ergonomics of a camera or a tripod. You could be that kind of designer too, if that floats your boat. What did designers make? We make everything. Not to take credit for the world, but we make lots of cool stuff. Well, that's it. Those are common questions about designers answered from the web. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I make lots of videos about design and development and kind of general questions like this sometimes, so maybe stick around. If you have any questions about designers or about anything, leave those down in the comments. I'd love to get back to those and answer you personally. I hope you guys are having an amazing week designing amazing things, making amazing things, and getting all your questions answered. I'll see you in the next one.